It really looks good from up here, guys. Thank you for coming. Good afternoon y bienvenidos. Welcome educators, welcome NEA, welcome CSEC, welcome AFT, welcome PASS, welcome parents, welcome concerned community members. My name is Patrick Sanchez. I'm a teacher at Lynn Middle School. Go Cougars! And I'm also privileged to serve as president of NEA Las Cruces. A special welcome to our NEA New Mexico State Vice President, Mary Bart Sanchez. A little rumor going around that I have slept with her. Let's keep that on the QT. No comment. I'd like to welcome CSEC President Irma Valdespino. I'd like to welcome distinguished members of the LCPS School Board. We have some in the audience, elected officials, and all who stand here with us as we fight to take back our schools. We are all here today to make sure that the forces of privatization and corporatization, forces championed by the Secretary-Designate of the Public Ed Department, let's let her know that we do not agree with the destructive path that she is leading us on. We are here to affirm our belief that we are not afraid of tests. We invented them. Testing for the right purposes and used sparingly and thoughtfully are a great diagnostic tool to help teachers teach kids. But we know that when we use high-stakes tests to judge and grade our schools, or use high-stakes tests to judge and grade our teachers, it's just wrong and it's bad for kids. The testing frenzy is robbing our kids of the joy of learning. The quest to inspire lifelong learners is taking a back seat to creating a generation of worker robots. Now, some folks who don't know the issues are prone to believe the bumper sticker slogans of the so-called reformers. They say that we are standing as barriers to fixing our schools. They say we complain and we don't have a plan of our own. Well, first of all, we have some news for them. Our schools are not broken! Now, their plans for so-called reform are based entirely on a big lie. So why would they want to enact these harmful reforms? The answer is quite obvious. It's money. That's right. Money to be earned for those who seek profit from our kids and schools. So much potential profit that it has gained the interest of folks like Charles and David Koch. Their combined wealth, my daughter Jacqueline tells me, makes them the richest man in America. We know that the Koch brothers and their kind fund right-wing think tanks like the American Legislative Exchange Council, or ALEC. We know that ALEC and similar outside groups crafted the privatization scheme in Florida. And we now have that same plan being implemented here in New Mexico. Now, the plan is very similar in most ways, except for one huge way, and that's merit pay. And as you know, the governor introduced a merit bill plan last legislative session. We were able to defeat that. We were able to defeat that because we still have friends in the legislature, and some of those are in the crowd with us today, and you'll be hearing from some of them. The governor was recently quoted as saying, "I'm so pro-teacher, it's not even funny." Well, Governor, I'm not feeling the love and I'm not laughing. but I am an optimist, and I see reasons to be hopeful. When the PED rolled out its graduation requirements for this year's seniors, there was an instantaneous outcry. 50% of our seniors weren't going to graduate. The PED and the governor backed down a bit. They delayed it for a year. But now we have to worry about next year's seniors. My daughter's a junior this year. This is personal, Governor. Another reason to be optimistic is that there is a growing groundswell of people catching on to the schemes of the profiteers. A recent article in Salon called it the Education Spring. This movement is uniting people from all ideologies. They are saying, let's take back local control of our schools. And by the way, we do have an alternate plan for evaluating teachers. It's called Senate Bill 588. It passed both houses of our state legislature, only to be vetoed by the governor. The secretary-designate said it wouldn't pass muster in allowing New Mexico to get a waiver from the Nickelby requirements. So we asked Arnie Duncan himself. He was asked specifically about the fact that 50% of teacher evaluation comes from high-stakes testing. He said it didn't come from him. He went on to tout the system in New York, which uses 20% based on testing. Senate Bill 588, carried by Senator Howie Morales, used multiple measures to evaluate teachers. One thing it didn't use, guys, was teacher attendance. Now, teacher attendance, that's a hard-won part of our compensation package, our sick leave. It's bargained for, and bargained for in compliance with state collective bargaining law. So tomorrow we learn the fate of a lawsuit against this crappy system brought forward by our brothers and sisters at AFT, along with a group of lawmakers. NEA New Mexico, with the leadership of our own members here in Las Cruces, are going to launch a similar legal battle. In the tradition of my association, we tried hard to work with the PED. We tried to craft a less harmful system. The efforts to communicate productively with them have been consistently ignored. Now, elections have consequences, folks, and a year from now, we will get to cast a ballot that could alter the dangerous course we're on. I'm confident that even those among us who feel that they may have cast their vote in error last time will not make that same mistake again. Guys, thank you so much for coming, and now without further ado, I'll introduce you to our MC for tonight, Mary Par Sanchez. Mary, where are you? She gone. She's talking to the press. Be very quiet. So let me then introduce Irma Valdespino from CSEC, and she's gonna wish us all well.